Yeah, we back. We back. Now, brothers, we got to talk about it. Cynthia G was temporarily demonetized off YouTube for a couple weeks, right? So I was on YouTube and I seen this video from O'Shea Duke Jackson. Take a look up on the screen. Cynthia G is begging for money on GoFundMe, right? And as you can see on the thumbnail. So I clicked the video and it was interesting to me because if you remember a couple months ago, I did a video on Fresh and Fit when they got demonetized and kicked off the platform as well. So I went and I did some of my own research. And O'Shea Duke Jackson was telling the truth. It's actually been a GoFundMe running for about 7 days now. And it's only raised about $1,800. But before we get into the subject of the video, let's take a look at some of the reactions on social media. Take a look up on the screen. This person said, "It's crazy when those who make around $15,000 a month have one setback and start GoFundMes asking for donations from people who only make $30,000 to $40,000 a year." This person said, "She can still make content, she just won't get paid for it. Do it for free if the message is that important." And that comment really stood out to me. That's actually a subscriber of mine as well. I'll be seeing him in the comment section sometimes. Shout out to you, bro. And that's a fact because I've always felt that way. I've heard certain content creators say that they feel so upset when they put so much energy and time into a video. They upload the video, they wait for YouTube to approve the video, and then they see that YouTube is not approving it for monetization. I've heard certain content creators say that's been a damper on their motivation. They want to give up on YouTube. They spend so much time on the video, they can't get monetized. And I was just like, bro, if you were really passionate about what you were saying, what you were putting out, it wouldn't even matter if it was green, if it was yellow, if it was approved or not. Because me, when I put out a video, bro, I don't care if it gets approved or not. The video is going out, bro. The message is going up. I've only been on YouTube for about a year, and to be honest, I didn't even monetize my channel until way later. I didn't even verify my channel or do any of that other nonsense until way later, bro. So if you're not really passionate about what you're saying every time you get up on a microphone, and if YouTube doesn't want to monetize you, you're gonna stop showing up to work, you're gonna stop showing up on YouTube, you're gonna stop dropping content. Maybe you're not really, maybe what you're saying ain't really valid like that. Maybe what you're saying you ain't really passionate about what you're saying like that, man. Come on, man. But anyways, let's continue. Take a look up on the screen. Let's take a look at who is Cynthia G. This is a bio from her YouTube channel, which is currently demonetized. I think she made a new channel under a different name because I think YouTube would probably strike that new channel if she came up under a similar name, because I think once you get like demonetized or struck down, you can't really come back and monetize again, or you can't really make a new channel. I forget the rules, man, but once you get one strike, you can't really come and try to evade the system. But I think she has a new channel under a different name that has no relation to Cynthia G, so you can't really find it too easily. So you gotta like type in one big sentence to find the new channel. It's crazy. But anyway, let's continue. Her bio on YouTube says, "Let's get the conversation popping on how we can reform black women. This is all about empowering black women and doing my part to help liberate black women's minds from the toxic grasp of black male worship, focusing specifically on the one-sided, non-reciprocal relationship that black women are willingly engaging in with black men, despite their continued treason and disloyalty and the need to establish firm standards, expectations, and boundaries." Now, I heard she got demonetized sometime about a week ago, right? Or a week and a half or whatever. And the last video she uploaded was sometime 2 weeks ago, her last live stream, saying, "What do we need black men for and what's so appealing about them?" Now, after she got demonetized and struck down, she just stopped showing up on YouTube. Like, she just, I don't know, man. But anyways, before I jump into my commentary in regards to the whole situation regarding her demonetization, let's take a look at some of the videos that she's put out over the years, right? Take a look up on the screen. "Black men have never been high value men. Virgil Abloh dead at 41 and Becky gets 20 million. Now, time out. I've said it before. I done told y'all, if you're a black man, right, you down on your luck, you know, your money kind of funny right now, there are many different lanes you can jump in on YouTube and get a quick lick, bro. You could jump into the black conservative bag. You could start stomping for Trump. You can start stomping for the right. You can start stomping for the Republicans. It's a large demographic of white folks out here, man. They really want to see a black man on the screen talking that white conservative Fox News type of shit, bro. I'm telling you, it's a large demographic that is ready for that, ready to donate, fill up your bank account, all that, bro. You got folks like Brandon Tatum. You got Anthony Brian Logan going in on that whole demographic. You know, but then you got guys like Chaotic Truth, he's trying to get up there, but Chaotic Truth, he's always going to be in the underground, but he's trying to get into that black conservative bag, right? And then you got the Cynthia G demographic, right? The Cynthia G lane. And I told y'all before, one of the easiest ways to clout up real quick, right, especially in these YouTube spaces, is to start a YouTube channel just going in on black men, bro. Going in on black men. It's a lot of folks. It's a lot of folks that while they at work, while they at the cubicle, while they're driving a bus, while they got their headphones in, they just want to hear black men getting slandered. And that's one of the easiest ways to clout up off YouTube. It's a bunch of different lanes you could jump into. But the black conservative lane, man, it's a lot of money in that. It's a lot of money in that if you could jump into that role. And going in on black men every single day, bro, it's a lot of money in that too. Just just putting on my capitalist hat, just putting on my businessman hat. I'm telling you. But like I said, for me, it's never been about the money. For me, it's always been about getting the message out and also connecting with like-minded individuals in particular. And a lot of times, the type of content that I put out, I already know YouTube is not going to be in a rush to slap the monetization on it. So YouTube should never be a number one revenue stream, first of all. And first of all, let's jump into the contradiction of these two videos, right? The first video I showed you, she said, black men have never been high-value men. Then in the next video, she said, Virgil Abloh dead and his white wife gets $20 million. So that's what I'm saying. You just play to a demographic, you play to a message. It doesn't really have to follow a logical stance. One day you could say black men have no money, and the next day you could say black men have a bunch of money and they're giving it to white women. Now, let's take a look at some of these other videos that she's put out over the years. Take a look up on the screen. Black men have always needed welfare to feed their kids. Now, I've said it before on different videos that I did in regards to social commentary surrounding Cynthia G. She plays to a certain demographic from a certain social class, like the stuff they talk about, they be talking about, the black man in the projects, the black man, on welfare, the black man, going to jail, and the black man selling drugs, and the black man, you know what I'm saying? So you see they come from a certain demographic, a certain class in the society, the majority of the demographic, when you see the type of rhetoric they put out, And that's actually one of the reasons that I came on YouTube, because I felt like that voice was missing. That voice from the black man who he came from a 2-parent home. Both his parents highly educated, professionals, played sports his whole life, never missed no meals. Parents been married for damn near 40 years. Like, I felt like that voice was missing. We were always hearing from the black man who's, I came from the struggle, man. I came up, I ain't have shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Spent a whole week, only ate a peanut butter jelly sandwich in the past 4 days. Like, bro, goddamn. Like, like that voice of the black man was oversaturating the market. We never heard from the black man who didn't come from that. And then the image of the black man became associated with that primarily, right? So when you see women like Cynthia G talking, they're coming from a certain demographic and they're talking about a certain archetype of black men, right? So anyway, let's continue. Let's take a look at some of these other videos she put out. Take a look up on the screen. Black women have always been the black man's welfare. Now, this is off topic, but it's so crazy, brothers. I was dealing with this chick about like a year and a half ago, right? And then she told me that she'd be listening to Cynthia G. She's like, I like Cynthia G. Oh, she's so funny. She's this and that, right? And I just couldn't really understand it because I was like, your father's an engineer, your mother works down at the hospital in this department, whatever. Like, you lived an amazing life. Like, you lived an amazing, comfortable life, all provided by the black men in your life, provided by your father who gets up every damn day, every damn morning, putting in work, and your grandfather, you told me what he did and things like that. Your uncle, I know what he does. So I was like, how'd you gravitate to Cynthia G? Like, the black men in your life are some honorable black men, like some excellent top tier black men. So I never really understood. That's the side of the game I didn't really understand. Like a woman who doesn't even come from that, but listening to Cynthia G, to me, that's always been kind of backwards, right? I could understand a woman who came from, I came from the bottom. I came from the bottom. Daddy wasn't there. Daddy wasn't around. Daddy was on drugs. And, the struggle story, right? The women from the struggle story, I understand how Cynthia G's message hits them directly in the heart. But the woman who, like, girl, baby, you went to private school, like, come on, like your daddy driving the brand new 7 Series, like he just got the new body, like I seen it in front of the crib. I drove past the crib, he got the brand new the new body 7 Series in front of the crib. Like, what are you talking? Why you sitting up listening to Cynthia G bash black men? Your father gave you everything that you ever wanted. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. That's the one side of the game I don't really understand. How the women who don't even come from that, how do you gravitate to Cynthia G when you live an amazing life, all provided courtesy of the black men in your life? But anyway, let's continue. Take a look up on the screen. Black men explain why they prefer light-skinned women. Why more black women should choose white mates. Now, this has always been a point of contradiction in this demographic that I never really understood, right? For example, if they believe that black women should choose white mates, then the product of that union, the product of that reproduction, the genetic result of that union and that collaboration is going to be the light-skinned woman, right? The light-skinned woman, right? The light-skinned woman that they be talking about. So what is wrong with black men liking light-skinned women if you say that black women should produce more light-skinned women? Now, me personally, I've always told black men, you should look at the mindset of the woman. Don't look at the phenotype of the woman, because I told you, it's women out here that's jet black, but their mindset is Snow White. Their mindset is Snow White, because if a woman, she could be dark as the woman in Sudan, but if she laying up listening to Cynthia G, you think she gonna raise your black children, your black son, your black daughter to be, come on, bro, she gonna fuck up their mind. So it's about the mindset, bro. It's about the mindset, number one, and it's about compatibility, number two. You got to get with the woman who is equally yoked. And when I say equally yoked, you have to have similar values. You have to have a similar belief system. You have to see the world in the same way so you can plan your life together. I'll never forget it, bro. My parents told me that By the time I was born, my entire life was like mapped out. For example, they knew what high school I was going to go to. They already had certain names in mind for what universities they wanted me to go to. The whole shit was mapped out. Now, I didn't go to that high school because in the 8th grade, I got accepted to pretty much every high school I applied to, young, intelligent, black man type shit. I got accepted to every single high school. So my parents gave me the option to choose. So I didn't go to that high school, but my parents had my whole life mapped out. And as a man, you can only do that with a woman who shares your same values, shares your same beliefs. So that's why I say, don't get caught up in these stupid conversations talking about the darkness or the light skinnedness of your woman. What about the mindset of your woman? What about the mentality of your woman, bro? What about the mentality of your woman? Because God forbid you pass away. I always say this. What if you die, bro? What if you die? Like, for example, I always think about it, bro. Like, what if one day I'm closing up the shop and then, I'm hopping in the goddamn Benz and then some dudes try to run up on me, try to rob me and shoot me and kill me while I'm closing up and I'm trying to leave. You don't know what could happen in life, bro. What if you have a heart attack? You get into a car accident. The woman that you choose has to be able to pick up the torch and carry on the work. So that's why you have to have the same mentality. Focus on the mentality of the woman, not on the phenotype and the darkness or the light skinnedness. Don't get caught up in these stupid conversations, man. Anyway, let's continue. In this video, she said, your black mama should have gotten a white man. In this video, she said, black love is the biggest okie doke we've fallen for yet. In this video, she said, is white supremacy safer than black male dominance? Now, that's why I say you got to focus on the mindset of the woman that you choose, brother. For example, if you choose a black woman who's dark as the woman, in Central Africa, but she believes that white supremacy is a better option than black male rulership, then, it don't matter how dark she is, bro. You might as well choose the light-skinned woman that's going to raise your children in a proper fashion. That's going to raise your black son to be able to take on the world and conquer the world and be able to make something of himself in a world that is everything pinned against him. Because if his mother feels that white supremacy is a better option than black men rising to power, then that black man has already lost if that's the mentality of his mother. So the woman that you choose, brother, I'm telling you, you got to choose a woman with the proper mentality, bro. Having the same values, belief system, mindset with the woman that you choose is going to be most important than everything else, bro. It's going to be more important than everything else. And it goes back to what I said. She is appealing to a certain demographic. Women who I would assume come from a very traumatized background. Because I could never really imagine my sisters, the type of lifestyle they grew up in, really gravitating to this type of rhetoric. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that. Like, come on. Like, my sister, man, like I told you, my sister, her life is already mapped out. Like, my sister, my youngest sister right now, who in university, she's going to be a black female millionaire. Yeah, she's going to be a black female millionaire in her future. She's going to be out here doing the goddamn thing. She out here doing the goddamn thing. You see, me, when I was born, my parents were still on the come up, right? My parents were still trying to grind. But when my younger sisters were born, my parents already had the bag. My folks already had the bag. So the only thing they just know coming up and just, luxury and just, everything is amazing. So everything is already mapped out. So when you hear certain rhetoric, you got to understand she is appealing to a certain demographic, right? When they always talk about, the black man ain't got no job. The black man ain't doing nothing. The black man ain't doing this. The black man ain't doing that. Like, obviously, those are women who, when they were coming up, the men in their lives were obviously failures. Like, we got to tell it like it is. A lot of these women come from family trees, bloodlines, where the men in their lives, the men in their family were just, they failed. They failed. They did not accomplish anything in their life, right? So what happens is a lot of these women, they don't have the courage to really go to those men directly to tell them, give them a piece of their mind. So what they do is they form these like circles online where they kind of just like trauma bond together because they don't want to go to their father or go to their uncle or go to their ex-boyfriend or their baby daddy or their ex-husband or whatever have you, right? So they just go online and just vent amongst each other. They just vent amongst each other because if they went to the man who actually caused them all that harm, all that pain inside, he probably just wouldn't really give a fuck, to be honest. And because they know that, they just vent amongst each other online in their free time. Like, if you are a young boy and your mom, drag you to the hair salon, way back in the day, then you already know when the women get in the hair salon, they just be talking their shit. They go home and then, life continues, life goes on. This is like an online hair salon where the women just be talking their shit and things like that. So don't take it too seriously, man. Don't take it too seriously. Now, the only dangerous thing about this is, for example, if you get admitted to the ER and one of the nurses or the doctor or whatever is listening to Cynthia G, then that's one thing that's pretty dangerous. That's pretty dangerous because I've done my research and Cynthia G does have people who work directly with vulnerable populations. So yeah, yeah, I've definitely did some light research and I searched some names. And she definitely in her audience, there's definitely individuals who work with vulnerable populations. So, you know, God forbid, you got to stay healthy out here, black man. You got to stay healthy. You got to eat your fruits and vegetables. You got to get your calcium. You got to get your vitamin D. You got to make sure you on point out here in these streets, because God forbid you get into the ER and the goddamn nurse listening to Cynthia G. My brother, it's over for you, big dog. It's over for you. Anyway, let's continue. Now, the reason why I never really ever sat down and listened to a single broadcast by Cynthia G is because I had seen this way long ago. Take a look up on the screen. She put out a video that said, if aborting black men is not, you know, you could just look at the video on the screen. So I never really listened to her like ever since I seen that video, because I'm like, listen, I don't even know what demographic that even applies to, brother. Like, anyway, let's continue. And then I remember seeing another video way back that said this: are dogs more high value than, as you can see, she said, black men? So I never really gave her the time of day. You know, y'all boys be trying to go back and forth and trying to watch these videos. Come on, man. Like, come on, brother. Come on, man. Anyway, she was demonetized, and she did hop on the live stream, somebody else's platform, and talking about the reason why she got demonetized. Apparently, YouTube did a review from a video from a couple years ago, and I guess she got flagged for hate speech, and because of that violated the terms and the guidelines of the platform, so they demonetized her and kicked her off the program, similar to Fresh and Fit, how they got kicked off the YouTube partner program and are no longer able to generate a revenue off YouTube. And I believe Cynthia G was generating somewhere between $15,000 to $20,000 per month on YouTube, right? Which is amazing money. But like I always say, you should never have all your eggs in one basket, for real. YouTube money should never be the main, like imagine carrying on your life and death based off YouTube money. I could never do it. I know folks who do it, but I could never do it, me personally. I gotta make sure I always got money coming in every single week, really every single day, for real. I like to generate new money every single day. Every single day I like to make new money. So I can't really depend on YouTube to do it. YouTube only pays you like what, once a month? God damn. No, I need to have new money in the account every day. Like, I'm used to having new money in the account every day. Doing business, you get new money every day. So no, I can't be waiting for the 21st to get my direct deposit from hell nah, bro. Nah, I need new money every day. So honestly, that shows that she not really doing it for the message, for real. The message ain't genuine, for real. She doing it for the bag, and that's a good thing. Get your bag, baby girl, get your bag. But you're not doing it for real because you're passionate about the message. Because YouTube can strike my channel, I'm still gonna show up and really drop this fire though. I'm still gonna show up every single day, regardless of getting paid or not, regardless if it's monetized or not. The video is going up, the message is going out. But I did see some folks like O'Shea Duke Jackson. Y'all celebrated prematurely. She does have a new channel. And it has been approved for monetization. I do have a plugin on YouTube where I can see when the channel is monetized or not. Yeah, her old channel is not monetized, but her new channel with like the 13,000 subscribers, yeah, it's back monetized. So y'all celebrated too early, but you know, like, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Like I said, it's kind of like the pastor in church. You just playing to a certain demographic. It's a bunch of different lanes on YouTube. If you're doing it for the money, it's a bunch of different lanes you can jump into. Like I said, Cynthia G, she got that, you know, we going in on black men all day and night. It's a lot of folks who tapped in on that wave, bro, and then it's a lot of money in that. But me, like I said, I could easily jump into that bag too, brothers. You know I got a way with words. You know I'm definitely a decent enough orator to where if I really wanted to go that route, I could start destroying y'all boys. I could start, dismantling y'all boys, and I could have a goddamn brand new Benz in front of the goddamn driveway in about 9 months, I guarantee. But I'm not doing it for the bag, bro. My shit is all genuine, all authentic. But anyways, man, it's your boy Never Card the Celine, back in the building. Yes, indeed. Cash App up on the screen, and I'm gone. Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in the ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. That's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling attention. Enemy watching me blocking my vision. Get for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the bitch. They making no hourly wage, I got business. This is an art and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you in court. Run to the check and I do do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands, cause nigga, I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and get smack in their faces.